Hello, this is the client file summary notes tool. What we want you to do is use this at the end of your pre-mediation role play that's provided to you as a Word document. As you can see, it's got the basic information about the pre-mediation role play, whether it's party 1 or party 2, the client name, so that's the party name for the scenario, who your mentor is, the other party in the scenario, whether you've used DAWs and if you've uploaded that, if you have, your name, and there's a comment field there. You may not need to use that. At the end of your role play session, this gives you a little bit of time to consider these issues. If you're having difficulty, you may talk it through in your first role plays with the mentor. It's divided into categories: safety and vulnerabilities. So any safety issues, a very brief description of levels of violence, if there's anything disclosed, any other vulnerabilities identified. The main issues, it's a parenting mediation. Is it about spending time or living with issues? Is it around care arrangements, holidays? What are the key issues that are relevant? If there's any financial issues around child support or other things like that, make a dot point note of those. Just briefly, but enough to understand what the issue is. It wouldn't be parenting as the main issues. That's too general, but you don't need to write a novel there as well. The conflict analysis, what we were looking at here is what are your thoughts regarding positions, interests and needs? What's been identified in your conversation with the parties about positions, interests and needs of the party that you've been talking with, and also if there was anything discussed that's come out from proposals from the other side. A note of any additional referrals suggested, or if there was an assumption that you were making a warm referral, so a handover to someone else, then that would be, you'd note that there. Any other additional resources that you may be expected to send, any other preparation discussed, just make a note there. FDR Next Steps, so that might be a meeting with party 2. If it's a party 2, it may be recommending proceeding or section 60I and why. Are there other people to be involved, who, why and how? What's got to happen? So that might be if there was a support person or a lawyer that was mentioned to be part of the process. Section 60I, is it required? Why? And then the notes and certificate. If needed, you don't need to delete it, just leave it there. Interpreter needed, language and dialect, other cultural considerations if they were relevant. Safety plan for the mediation, if anything was discussed, make dot point notes there. And safety actions needed. So a brief overview of what, if it was a high conflict scenario and you've made a mandatory report, then you'd make a note and link where further details are. So it's only meant to be a brief overview just to make sure that you can demonstrate that you are able to do that analysis. It may run to 2 pages once you've put content in.